bizarrely, we find ourselves in Brighton.
It's home time, but we're not at home.
We're picking up the star of our film, Oscar.
Oscar.
He's going to win an Oscar.
Our friend Oscar, who's also, Yeah,
let's hope he's going to win an Oscar.
So we're in Brighton.
I don't know where
we're
we are.
whispering because there's people around and we don't look like utter twats.
And everyone knows everyone in Brighton.
Every shop we've gone past, the girls had to go in. They're in there now.
I like this shop though. Quite cool.
I have just gone in to the best. Actually, we should go and get a shot of it. Fudge shop. There's a great big cauldron and there's bubbling fudge in there. I've just gone and bought some for my mum.
See, I can't
cheer
go.
her up after being ill.
Yeah, that's nice, but you should go and film it because if I see it, I'll just want to eat it.
You know what? There's bowls on the side. We could try it, and I didn't try it.
I'm starving hungry. I think you guys are going to want to eat lunch. I know they don't like eating lunch ever, but
no, we are
I'm starving.
Lunch.
Buy something. Buy something. Buy something.
Sometime later,
we
devoured a kilo weight of pizza.
It was an enormous pizza, wasn't it?
This was the pizza we had.
Oh, yeah,
we should have filmed it.
And now the girls are in shop number 86.
Yeah.
But you know, this is the really good thing because apparently one of the biggest things that ecological doom and threat to the planet is manufacture of clothes. So recycling and wanting to do second-hand clothes is a fashion. It's not just a fashion statement. It's a ecological one too.
I can't believe how many of them.
This Friday.
So disgusting.
Disgusting.
Like a disgusting Adidas top, £60. She didn't buy it because it was so expensive. She goes, Mum, it's vintage. I went, it's just used. It's just second-hand.
Smelly.
It was second-hand. Didn't you think it was second-hand?
That's what these shops are, isn't it?
They call them vintage.
They're not vintage.
How do you define vintage?
I don't know. How do you define vintage?
What's the difference between just a second-hand bloody Adidas top and a vintage Adidas top?
Well, can it be a second-hand vintage Adidas top?
Well, it's always going to be second-hand if it's vintage.
But can it be not vintage? You can have vintage and new.
No, it has to be old.
Yeah, but it can be in a vintage style.
What do you think, guys? Who's right?
You're
Him,
vintage.
me, or all of us?
But listen,
I'm vintage. I'm used. Used, leftover, knackered out, faded. Had better times, but still nice to have around.
Yeah. Anyway, we're going to go and get Oscar from Hove, and then we're going to head back to London, where we're going to settle in for the evening. How much is that dog
in the window? The one with the waggly tail.
That's so cute.
How much is that dog in the window?
I do hope
that dog is Russell.
It's wagging its tail though, babe.
How much
What if it
is
took a
that
huge
dog?
shit in the window? That'd be a window display, wouldn't it?
See, everyone groaned about me coming in here. Oh, we need new egg cups. Oh, they're nice, aren't they? Look, they're little buckets.
Well, it says on it what they are in case you don't know what's in them.
I like them. Don't you like them?
Yeah, they're lovely. I love the blue and white. I love the stripe. I love the suggestion of the word egg and then the actual word egg.
Quick and easy, spring loaded.
Pop that on top of your egg and it opens it up. It's an egg bucket. An egg bucket, of course.
What is it? What do you do with it?
Put
Or is it
eggs
to
in.
put a... Oh, it's to put a poached egg in.
Look.
See, that technically would not be a poached egg because it's just in another kind of skin. It's not in water.
Design, though, isn't it?
Has to be in water. Oh, look at that. For a single egg. We need it. No, we don't.
Excellent.
That's excellent. Oh no, that will just encourage you to have more espresso.
I know they do make
They're sweet, but you can't really hold them because they're so teeny. If they had them all in that colour, I'd get them. I don't want the mixed colours.
I'm not afraid to carve the pan. I don't want a monobrow over everything.
Oh, we found a corner for Mark now, haven't we?
I want that to put next to my room
so
door.
Cool.
So nice, isn't it? Just like on the wall.
Let me buy it for you.
No, it's all right.
And look at
Look,
applause.
we need to get
that.
We need that above you in the kitchen.
Above the front door, so every time somebody comes in, everyone... We've got our dear friend Oscar here. You may even remember him. He was on Loose Women a while back, weren't you? What was the other show you were on?
This morning. Good Morning Britain.
No.
But he's also our lead actor in our short film that we're making. And he's called Oscar, and we think this is a good omen because it means hopefully we're going to win an Oscar. Doesn't it, Oscar?
You're going to try and win an Oscar?
Yeah.
So he's staying with us tonight because Mark's filming with him early tomorrow morning. And we've said to him we'd love him to cook something for the vlog. And what was it you said to me? You said you've always asked your mum, you've always wanted to... What was it you said?
Keep a surprise.
Should we let him finish his mouthful? He's going to choke. Let him finish that mouthful.
I'm really enjoying this.
I can tell.
Should I get Nutella?
Yeah.
What drinks do you want me to get you?
He likes an iron brew.
Whatever.
Do you need
First one you see.
the first one I see. What if it's a bottle of cider?
Kiki got Billie Eilish's album Don't Smile at Me.
No. Show us the colour of the vinyl.
Daddy's trying to
It's
get
red.
that everywhere at Christmas.
It was.
I wanted it so.
And I got Aretha Franklin.
No. R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
And I wanna
Me to me. R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
Get out the TCP.
Suck it to me, suck it to me, suck it to me, suck it to me,
suck it to me. Just a little bit.
Ooh.
Just
Nah.
Oh no.
Ooh.
God,
It makes me sad, Mum.
What?
you're singing.
It makes
Depresses
you
us
sad.
when you sing, yeah.
It depresses
It
you.
makes me loathe all musical forms.
So Maddie has a gig this Sunday, don't you?
It's not for my. I didn't get it specifically for my girl. What is it? It's a few stuff. I've got a gift for Christmas. Yeah. Kiki, look at the
It's
shoes.
something very yellow.
Look at the
Look.
shoes.
Oh my God! You've got to be kidding!
They're so cool.
They are so. You don't.
Cannot wear
I'm so
those out.
jealous.
I'm not wearing them at the gig. I told you.
No, out! I said.
Why not? What's the, they're like the
You're so
van.
annoying. You criticise my fashion sense, bro.
Are those glasses?
Oh, look at
Oh
mine.
my God.
Oh, look at that. That looks good.
You're gonna hate everything I pull out of this thing.
Well, that's the thing, though, isn't it? If ever I like anything, you don't like it.
But I
So
don't
you should be
not
over the
comment
moon.
on it.
I hate those shoes.
What?
I love those shoes.
How can you hate?
Exactly.
You don't have your style, Mum. If you don't like them, then just what are you?
I like them.
Dodgy.
They can give it out, but they can't take it, these kids.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Find out what it means to me. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. So, what do we need?
So, Kiki, Oscar has now finished his
Big Mac.
Oh, she loves to play. So Oscar said to me when I said, we want to get you to cook for the vlog, what was it you said to me that you've always asked your mum?
That I could cook my own dish and reveal it at the end.
You just wanted to do a reveal and the
Yeah.
grown-ups don't know what it is.
Yeah.
They look really good with that.
Funny enough, you do look amazing in them.
You do, you look brilliant.
Kiki, look. Oh, she's not there. Oh my God.
She look great. I would never have thought that that could look anything.
No, I would.
I'd have
hate
thought
it.
she looked like a Belisha beacon mixed with a checkered flag.
You look lovely, Mads. Do you want these? Because if not, I'm going to throw them away, Oscar, because I keep eating them. Oscar? Oscar, do you want these or shall I throw them away? So I'm under instruction from Oscar to get his ingredients. I'm a bit curious to know how these ingredients are going to work. And I've had to draw Nadia in on the cookery exercise. So he's going to cook something and we're going to present it to Maddie and Kiki and see what they think of it. It's a very odd collection of ingredients, I have to be honest. Okay, so that was a little bit embarrassing. So I'm in the supermarket just getting some of these strange ingredients for Oscar. And I'm going to have to get some lessons, I think, from Nadia on how to deal with the sudden, strange, inexplicable moment when someone comes walking up to you in an aisle and just laughing and says, "Oh, hello, how are you?" And you go, "I'm fine, how are you?" I didn't know who the hell they were. And then I went down the next aisle and a teenage boy came and went, "Oh, hi, how are you?" I'm thinking, has something gone? Have I fallen through a sort of time warp into Alice in Wonderland or something? And of course, I've got to do something about my face because, I mean, as from a young child, and all my daughters have this face, our resting face always looks like that. Just really hard and sort of severe. And so these two people come out to me, and of course, as they come up to me, I'm sort of doing that standoffish. And of course, they're just people anyway. So I discovered in the next aisle
that they were chatting, saying, "Oh yeah, no, it's Mark off the YouTube channel." I felt so bad, so I went over and I said, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't recognise you." Of course, I'm such a private chap, and of course we're talking to the camera, and then of course I'm sort of going about my business with my head down, and then when I look up and there's this kind of big friendly face bearing down on me, bless. Anyway, if you're watching this, I'm so sorry if I looked in any way sort of unfriendly or sheepish. I didn't mean to be at all, I just didn't know you knew me. How are you?
I'm a bit worried because I want loads and loads of sugar.
I think it's the lack of alcohol.
I do.
But I do.
Because alcohol's got loads of sugar in it.
It's genuinely a sugary thing, and they do say that when you give up alcohol, you should have a bar of chocolate in your pocket as a kind of... What have you just eaten?
Chocolate.
What sort of chocolate? Milk chocolate. Milk chocolate. That's fantastic. I just wanted to have a quick chat about this article that we both read about Andy's Man Club. It's almost like a 12-step AA recovery meeting, and there's about 10 of them, mostly in northern cities like Huddersfield, I think, and Halifax.
So isn't it an ex-soldier that started it up?
Yeah, that's right.
He just wanted sort of a straight-talking group therapy. The perception is that it's middle-class people that suffer from anxieties and worries. But he said actually he thinks that that's because working class don't have the language for it, he was saying, wasn't it? Or was that the girls, wasn't it? And how men are brought up to be man up, to toughen up, not to talk about their feelings, go down the pub, drink away your feelings. These shocking statistics on men that don't have friends.
Well, yeah, absolutely. And I wanted to share in some of those because they made me feel less of a freak. Because if I'm honest, I feel a bit of a freak if I think about my social situation. Now, one of the biggest explanations as to why, because we've talked about it a few times, about my friendship circle diminishing, is A, I do have some friends, but they're women. B, I have struck out to try and develop friendships with men, but given that I don't drink, I find that a struggle. And given that I don't actually...
Well, men tend to always say, we'll go for a few pints, don't
they?
Well,
they tend to do that also. Now, the weird thing about me is I'm a big fan of sport. I'm not a big fan of cars, but I'm a big fan of certain types of sport. And, you know, so I can partake in all the kind of male chit-chat and all that kind of stuff, but it does invariably revolve around drink. In terms of friendship and in terms of a friendship circle, it's easy to begin to feel that you're kind of almost marked as a bit weird and a bit different. I mean, even the girls sort of sometimes jokingly say, "Oh, well, you know, where are your friends, Dad? Well, you know, why haven't you got as many friends as you used to have?" And sometimes it's with embarrassment that I try and tackle that thought or sort of think about it. And then reading this article for me functioned like an AA meeting.
Basically, this group of men get together each week and they can talk about their emotional issues. And they don't use any sort of therapy. There's just 5 questions that they ask.
Yeah, and these are the 5 questions. There aren't many rules. We don't talk religion. And their 5 questions are, how's your week been? We should try this now. How's your week been?
How's your week been?
How's your week been?
Yeah.
Name one positive thing that's happened to you this week. Just one. Anything to get off your chest? What's your goal between now and next week? And tell us about someone you appreciate in your life and why. It's a bit like your gratitude list, isn't it? So those are the 5 questions. And then
these men just sit in a circle and they just talk. And I think what we're doing in a kind of long, convoluted way is it was just really interesting. We both loved this article because, you know, it's the single most likely death in a man under 45 in this country is from suicide.
Yeah.
And those statistics haven't changed, and in fact they've increased.
Yeah,
and there is a reason for that, and the reason is that men just don't seem to, in the same way, in the same way be able to, it seems, and this is proven in this, have somebody to talk to. You talk a lot to me about your feelings, but imagine if you didn't talk to me. Imagine if you're a bloke that hasn't got the sort of wife or doesn't want to appear to be weak, you know, because it's seen as weak for so many men to be able to talk about how they feel. Imagine how lonely that must be.
But I do think, because I'm often knocking the Islingtonite cappy-wappy woo-wahs, you know, the sort of the kind of yogic kind of middle class.
You went to yoga yesterday.
Yeah, I know, exactly. And, you know, sort of, and I do, in fact, I do think the vast majority of self-help groups and therapeutic sort of get-togethers are aimed at men like that. And I do think that there's a gap, because what I was trying to say earlier in a very inarticulate fashion was, I'm quite intellectual and I'm quite into all my things, but there are commonalities between all men. There are simple things that do connect men, and they can be sort of almost non-verbal, whether it be sport or they can be very masculine. They can be very male, but they're not necessarily very sit around in a circle and all start talking to each other type thing. And what I like about this is that it just took a bit of the stigma out of me feeling so sort of alone, and I'm desperately trying to find these effing statistics.
And I don't know how many male viewers we've got. We were just really interested to hear your comments below about, or even if you have a partner that you know just doesn't have the same kind of friends as women have. You know, does your partner have any real friends where he can really say, do you know what, I feel this way, I feel that way, I'm feeling vulnerable, I'm feeling, you know, anxious all the time, it's tough enough for women. God, I do think it's so much tougher for men, I really do.
Yeah, I do too.
Because the other thing is this awful thing of man up, you know, and when you think about the way boys are brought up to be man, to toughen up, don't cry, we've got to change that way of bringing up boys, because that's why we've got such a crisis with the suicide rates, because of that one thing. I mean, if you say to a small boy, be a man, what concept has he got of what being a man is? Just be a human. And to be a human is to have all those different feelings, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you found your statistics, he loves the statistics.
A 2015 YouGov poll showed that the chances of friendlessness nearly trebled for UK men between their early 20s and late middle age. So it becomes 3 times more likely to be friendless once you get to late middle age. It multiplies that quickly. Wow. I'm sort of middle age. Over half of men in the survey said they had 2 or fewer friends outside the home. And I think that's a common thing. You know, we were talking about codependency on our vlog the other day, and podcast rather. And I do think, so for example, myself, I have 4 daughters and a dear wife, and that can sustain me. But that becomes a pressure on the family, it becomes a pressure on the relationship, but equally, that does sustain me. So my thinking is prioritise all of the family before I prioritise any friendship circle, because that's going to take time. It's going to take me away, I've got other things to do, all that sort of stuff.
You're a workaholic,
exactly.
So anything that isn't work is a waste of time.
Yeah. So over half of men in the survey said they had 2 or fewer friends outside the home to talk about serious issues like health or money. 1 in 8 said they had no one at all. That's a lot. Married men, me, were a third more likely than singles to have no one outside the home they could turn to for friendship or support. That's me. Though I do have some dear female friends.
So Oscar is just preparing his stuff there. We've decided, because Mark's got to edit, I'm going to film.
Hello subs, for the starter I'm making soup that I've learned at school in food tech, which involves apple, cut apple, roasted apple, and cinnamon, parsley, and just blend them all together, and then we boil it, and then it turns out nice soup. For main, I'm making steak.
There's your steak.
With and peas, and like with other little cool decorations. Maddie and Kiki has no idea what I'm making, so I'm going to make this as a total surprise.
Oh my God. Mind your fingers. Oh, that's good. You're keeping your fingers well away.
So I'm going to fill them up, just on top of the. I'm going to fill them with water just on the top of the apples, yeah?
Oh yeah.
And then
Here's your kitchen paper.
And then they will rest a minute while I get all the sauces and everything into the bowl. Just about so they cover.
Yeah.
Leave that to the side there.
Cinnamon's there.
I know, but that's for the steak.
Oh, okay.
Might need this. Aha. Here we go.
What have we got?
We've got pepper, and we've got curry powder. We need them to give this, the taste of it. So now all we just have to do is now.
Do you know I used to be the judge on Junior MasterChef?
Really?
Yeah. So you've got a professional judge here.
Now we need to wait for them to cook.
Okay.
When you think it's bubbling, we add the curry sauce and we mix it together and then we blend it. Do you have like a wooden stick.
Yeah, in that drawer there. Here. No, here. So Oscar, tell people that are listening why you were on Loose Women.
Because I made a video of it's okay to be different, and so the story all began. There was this guy at parkour said, "Oh,
what's parkour?"
Oh, freestyle running and stuff." Mm-hmm. And they said, "Oh, your voice sounds like a mouse." Went home. I told my parents, told my mum, and she said, "Oh, don't hang around with them, or don't stay away." I'm in the older class, so I'm not with them anymore, so that's good. And then some people were calling me quite small and like a midget, so I said, "Mum, I want to tell everyone in one go. I want to tell a video of why I am so different to everyone else." So I made this video. I did a video to the school about this. They loved it.
And what did you do in the video?
I talked about my condition.
What's it called again? It's such a difficult. I can't say
it. Chromosome 5.
That's what you've got, and you're so rare, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm out of 3 other people in the world that has this.
Wow.
Yeah. And
now that's what they call special, isn't it? If you're only one of 3.
And so it went worldwide viral.
So what's it been like at school? Has everyone just accepted it?
Yep, everyone's been fine. They're good. They're nice. Every time I go around the school, everyone's like, "Oh, hey Oscar, how you doing?" Like, they're giving me high fives and everything. Life's good.
Life's good.
I need to get this thing out. Right, now I'm going to chop all the fat off, because you don't want any fat on your what do you call it? Your steak, because fat's not really nice. You can see all of that fat.
You know you'd like that.
You don't want that, do you? Because my mum told me fat's not really good for you, especially on bacon.
God, I love the fat on bacon.
Same, but my mum...
It's my favourite bit.
I know, but my mum never allows me to eat it. Guys, if you want to see me, on the internet, type Oscar Clitheroe. It comes up with a nose of me. Click images.
And you're on Instagram, aren't you?
Yeah.
What are you called on Instagram?
I'm called Cool and Small.
Cool and Small.
Make sure you follow me and check my pics out.
Okay, so we're putting it in the blender now, are we?
Yep.
With all the water?
Yep.
Yep. Okay, in it goes. Right.
Now.
Hang on, let's plug it in.
Yes. Now what I need to do is put some flavouring into there.
Oh, flavouring. So what are you choosing?
Curry.
Do you want curry in it?
Yeah.
Is that curry? Oh, that's
Yeah.
quite... Oh no, it's not up to me. You do whatever you want to do. Okay, so we've got 2 teaspoons of curry powder in there. So we've got 1 apple and 2 teaspoons of curry powder, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, be careful.
Oh, that actually smells just like it. Smell it?
Oh, that smells good, doesn't it?
Then I'm going to put a little bit of this because I don't want it to be too spicy.
Okay, so we've got 2 teaspoons of curry powder, and what are you putting in now? 1 whole teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Oh, that's going to be spicy, isn't it?
Do you think it will be too hot for them?
I don't know. Why don't you try a little bit? Get a little spoon.
Right?
Get a Get a spoon out of the drawer and have a little taste yourself.
It's actually quite good.
Is it?
Not spicy at all.
Really? Are you sure?
It's not that spicy. Do you want some?
It's quite spicy. It's quite spicy. Nice though. Apple soup.
Maybe I should add a little bit of water to make it not that hot.
Oh, I think it's got enough water. It's nice and spicy.
A lovely piece of steak.
Right,
in there.
are you putting it into the pan before you turn the heat on?
Yeah.
So what are your tips for a good steak?
You should before you heat it up, you should always put it in, yeah. And when it starts to steam, yeah, then that means you know that it's ready.
When it starts to steam.
Yeah, and then when
Okay.
you can see it's kind of steaming now.
Okay.
I would probably press on it a few
Right.
times.
Okay.
Look at that. Let's look at it.
What are you putting with it now?
Cinnamon.
Oh, careful. Oh, hang on. Careful with your knife like that, son. Taking your eye out. Careful. Don't, yeah.
I know what you should do. Play the cinnamon challenge.
What's that?
Basically, you get a teaspoon of cinnamon, yeah, put it in your mouth. The first one to swallow it actually wins. You're not allowed to cough it out, swallow
What's
water or
that?
anything.
Awful. So you're quite a fan of cinnamon. You like to put cinnamon in most things you cook.
Yeah.
I think we might need a clean spoon. Get a clean. No. Get a clean one. Get a clean one. Then we can clean it by sucking it and wiping it on our top, can we? What'd your mum say? Do you know that the heat's gone off?
Yeah, it's
It's
good.
still raw in the middle. I'm going to get Mark to try it too. Do you think it might need cooking a bit more on that side or not really?
Not really.
Not really, okay.
Just maybe scrape some.
Same amount of cinnamon again. So you love cinnamon? Wow. You've got loads of cinnamon on it.
Is completed.
The steak is completed.
So
What
that
next?
is 2 completed.
Well done. Let's get this out of the way. So we've got the plate. Oh, isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty?
If someone really likes it, they can just have it.
Oh, that looks so pretty. Oz.
Right, we need to get the steak.
There you go. God, you knew exactly what you were going to be doing today, didn't you? Don't forget the peas are going there. Do you like doing the decoration?
Guess what? I asked Maddie earlier, are you scared or excited? And she's like, I'm a bit scared because I know you're quite cheeky.
What
I was
about
like-
the cooking?
Yeah, I was like, Yeah, so when they come in, yeah, might have to get the blindfolds, yeah,
Blindfolds.
and then sit them down both here, yeah, then push the plate, push this one in front of them, then we'll reveal that we will hide this one, yeah, and then if they like that one, they'll finish it off, yeah. They can taste what they like and see if they like it or not.
Wow. You should be really proud of yourself, Oscar.
Yep.
You've done a really good job.
Can't wait.
He loves cinnamon.
I can smell.
Right,
I think I
sit
can
there.
smell cinnamon.
Go get Kiki. He's done
Ooh.
so well. Bless him.
I've been editing over there with headphones on. I could just hear
Right,
it.
close your eyes. Hold Kiki's hand.
Here are we?
Right, sit down. Right, okay, so what do you want them to do, Oscar?
So for the starter, I made this soup. Open your eyes.
Ooh,
He's
look
made
at
that
this.
totally,
You made that?
totally
And
himself.
that?
Yep,
Yeah.
that's the
Oh
starter.
wow! So should we start with the soup?
Yep.
Let's have a taste of the soup. Do you want to go first? You go. Me. Okay. Wow, that's spicy as hell, but it's good.
It's spicy.
That's really
He
good.
loves spicy.
That's hot, but nice.
Well done, Oscar.
That's really nice.
Forgot it's spicy.
Is it,
Whoa!
it's almost as spicy as your noodles.
Okay, now try a bit of
Very good though. Well done.
Yep.
Well
So what's
done.
in there? Is there carrot in there?
No, apple.
Apple.
Tip it back or something. That's it.
Like on the bake off.
Yeah.
Texture.
Powerful,
Very nice.
powerful
Very,
food.
very-
This is food that wins awards.
Oh, that's nice.
He's good, isn't he?
Where did you learn to make that?
Food tech.
Food tech.
In school.
That packs a wonderful punch. It smashes your taste buds all over your head. Oh,
Save some for Maddie.
oh, I'm gonna have another bit.
Nadia loves steak.
Oh, what's on top of it?
Parsley.
And
Cinnamon.
And cinnamon, yeah.
Right.
So for the soup, out of 10, what would you give it?
I'd give it 8.5. But maybe a touch too hot for me.
Yeah.
But it's really good. 8.5, I'd say. I think if you like spicy food, you'll love it.
I give it like a 9 just for the spiciness. Otherwise, I love it.
But I'm gonna, for the steak,
Yeah.
I'm going to give you, up here, I'm going to give you a whacking 9.75.
whoa, this never happens. This
Oh,
never
yeah.
happens.
I like the sweet twist.
Woo!
What would you give
I
the
give it like a 10.
10?
Up there for thinking. Down there for
don't.
dancing. Up there for thinking. Down there for dancing.
Thankfully-
Up there for thinking. Down there for dancing.
What do you think of a dance?
Maddie's going to try my food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring her in.
To the white chair.
But no, she can't see.
can't
No,
see
go-
Oscar.
hold her hand.
Alright, there you go.
Here. Sit on me.
Oh, God. Okay. Oh, it's hot.
He likes it spicy.
What's in that?
Curry
Yeah?
and pepper.
Pepper. Okay. So have this.
Don't worry, it's not chili.
Okay. Okay, good. I like it. Has it got cinnamon on it or something?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kiki said it's delicious as well. I wasn't sure when you said you were going to put cinnamon on the steak, but I think it's actually quite a smart move.
Yeah.
It's actually really nice.
You weren't expecting it to be nice, were you? Well done, Oscar.
Oh,
High
that's
five,
nice.
honey. You did really well. You did a good job, as they would say in America.
That's
good
spicy though.
job.
Do you like that? What do you think?
I'm good.
It's actually really nice.
I did a bit too much.
Of everything.
Bit too much curry powder on this, and a bit too much pepper. Can't bear to speak.
So you would reduce the amount of pepper and curry powder next time? Would you?
Yeah.
Yeah. But the steak was definitely a hit. Who would have thought cinnamon steak would work?
No one.
Yes.